Hello, 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 and welcome to the Healed and Cash Flowing podcast show. This is the first ever, or was supposed to be, the first ever video podcast version of the podcast. And guess what? Guess freaking what? I make sure the sound was just right. I make sure that the aesthetics behind it, everything was as real as possible, as me as possible. I was using my hands. I was excited. Your girl did not hit record. And I went on for 26 minutes. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use that. Even though I was saying that I was on video, I am just telling on myself. I am going to upload this as the first ever video podcast show because I'm showing up here. And then the rest is going to be audio. And you're going to have to imagine me using my hands like I always do, moving, touching my hair like I do, getting excited because what I had to share. Amazing. I dropped all the juice, all the knowledge. Go check it out. It's gonna be amazing. The next time, your girl's gonna make sure she records the podcast because I like it better. It's a different interaction. The good thing is that you're gonna see the difference in the vibe because I thought I was recording. You are gonna see the difference. You're gonna hear it because I did not record it, but that's okay. I'm still keeping the promise that it's video because the first few minutes is, and then the rest was video for me. Maybe not for you, but it was for me. So we'll upload this on YouTube as video with me now, and then the rest is gonna be audio. So there you have it. Keep listening. Welcome to the Healed and Cash Flowing podcast show. My name is Catherine Storing. I go by Kat, and this is the first official video version of the podcast. Oh my God. I am so excited. Are you excited? Can you tell I'm excited? Oh my God. I just got back from Sedona in Phoenix and life-changing trip, life-changing. And I have been resting and taking care of myself. I was gonna record right away. And when I tell you that the time difference I had, unfortunately, couldn't get a direct flight. So I had a connecting flight in Minneapolis. So that means another time change. So I went through three time zone changes, and that just messed me up on top of the event being very high energy and a lot long days. No excuses, and a lot of transformation, a lot of growth. So, welcome. This is the first episode, and I'm so glad that you are here with me in this intimate space. We're in my space. You can see um, this is where I have my home office. This is where I hang out and where I choose to change people's lives. And I gotta tell you, it's a whole different vibe when I can tell that you're looking at me and I feel more connected. I always liked, even when I'm watching or listening to other people's podcasts, shows, do you know what I do? Even though they might be on Apple or on Spotify, which of course this podcast is on both platforms. I always go look at YouTube. I feel, even though I might be driving and I'm not looking, I feel the connection through the voice. It just feels a little different. Let me know. Let me know if you feel the same way. I'm gonna give you, if you're watching, it's because you are watching on YouTube. But if you're listening, there is in a video version of this conversation that you can go check out in the show notes so you can get this episode. So let's talk about all the things. So for the last, I don't know how many episodes we have done, 17 plus or 12, I don't remember. We have done episodes where I was finding my voice for this podcast show. I have done several podcast shows before, and they have always been on the format of video because that's what I prefer. And when I tell you that I was looking to find my voice and I did all solo episodes, I thought that this show was going to be solo episodes only, but you know what they say when you assume. So don't assume like I did. Because of this event, because of the version of me that I am uncovering, I realized that I want to have some tough conversations. Now, I highly encourage you to go back and listen to the other episodes because I spilled the tea on myself, the things that I was going through, the breakup, all of the things. Go check that out because I went into detail and even all the things that I have done for the last year and a half, especially. I have been working on myself for a long time, but for the last year and a half is when I really went deep on myself. And I actually put a pause on my business and putting myself out there and doing all the things. And I'm like, Catherine, of course, I talk to myself in the third person as well. Catherine, um, get your life together. There are some things that you've been struggling with that might not have been your fault, but the results of how you're living today, that is your responsibility. Take care of that. Take care of that ish. Take care of that. And I got tired of dealing with the same issues. I got tired of worrying. I don't know why I'm getting hot. Maybe because the fireplace is on. But let's just take this off. I got my clothes ready for Pilates, which I'm doing. And I gotta tell you, I have seen the biggest transformation doing Pilates. I wish I had done it earlier in the year when I was doing 75 hard. I documented that. Go check that out. That was also part of my journey. I was able to connect with other things, and it's a program of mental toughness. I recommend that to anyone and everyone that wants to 10x, 100x their life. I finished on December 1st. And I gotta tell you, that really changed. I started in the mid-September, finished December 1st. And it was probably one of the hardest things that I have ever done because life was kind of crazy. I was in between. I was traveling a lot. I was not here full time yet. So it was very stressful. And there were nights where at 11 o'clock at night, I was out walking, or I was shooting hoops, or I was pacing because I needed to get my steps and to get my one of my workouts. Sometimes two of the workouts at 10:30 at night. I was out there, and of course it happened when the temperature dropped, of course. And I was already exhausted for the day. But I highly recommend that program. We have shared the link several times. I highly recommend you get the book. We don't get any commissions or anything. They're not sponsoring this podcast show yet. Andy, if you're listening, I'm telling you, I'm your girl. I love, love, love your program. So hit your girl up. Anyway, I'm gonna give you the link because I think everyone should do it. And I don't think you should wait until January 1st to get it done. I think you should get it now. I think you should start right now. Get it done, get it done, get it done. It will change your life. Not only it's not a fitness program, again, it's a mental toughness program. I would suggest that you also get the book, the updated book, because it has both in one. Amazing, incredible, incredible, incredible. Just get it. So I've been doing all these things and I was trying to find my voice, as I was saying. I went to the event in Phoenix, but I got to go to Sedona for the day. If you follow me on Instagram under at Catherine Storing, you had seen the stories, and then there's some videos that I have posted about the event and where I was. And I call it an event because it was not a conference. I have gone to, since 2011, I have been going to business conferences, personal development conferences, and this by far, okay? Since 2011, I have spent a pretty penny on myself because I think I am my best investment. And when I tell you, the best. Also, I'm different. I was not coming from a place of hunger. I did not have preconceived notions of what it was going to be. I did not know what to expect. I did not look it up or anything. I just knew that it was calling me, and I was looking forward to since June when I joined the program. So went to the event, and there I got some information about myself. Not even from the event, from the person that I was staying with. I got the room because I'm not. Your girl is not a hotel girl. I do hotels if I have to, but whenever possible, I prefer to do Airbnb. It's just my preference. I like to have a kitchen. I like to have more space to room, especially after spending an entire day in a conference room. I need space. I need space. You just feel hotel rooms just feel a little sterile for me. That's just my personal opinion. So while at the event, I realized I found my voice. I found my podcast voice. And that's why I am finally ready because I'm here full time in New York. I moved to New York. I am upstate, not New York City. I'm not a city girl. And I'm in upstate in a very tiny, cute little town, and loving it, loving it, loving life, doing all of the things, girl, all of the things. I already have friends here, have connections, business connections, friendships. It's going really well. Okay, my daughter's doing really well. We're doing better than ever, and I get to see her often, even though she's in college. There's a couple of reasons why I moved here, and I'm kind of going all over the place because I want to catch you up a little bit. If you're new to the podcast show, again, I highly recommend that you go back and listen to the other ones because they were pretty good. I moved here because she's going to school here. And when she graduates, she will be staying in the New York area. She's going to stay in New York City more than likely. So I told her, okay, I'll compromise. I will move closer to you, but this is as close as I get. I'm still like a 2 hour train ride away from her, which is perfect. I can get there. We can hang out for the summertime, and she's going to be in the city. So it's perfect. I can go for the day and come right back and be good. I don't mind traveling. I actually prefer it. So, and also I was done with Massachusetts. I've been in Massachusetts since I left the island. I've been in Massachusetts since 1995. That's a long ass time, and I was ready. When I tell you ready, 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 ready in ways that I cannot explain how ready I was to get out. I just felt like there was another level, another dimension. There was something else for me to do and achieve. And finally, a couple months ago, it happened. And here I am full time, which I love. So when I say I find my voice, I am 48 and a half. I have gone through some things. I have gone through surgical menopause. So there's some stuff that has happened. I was married. I am divorced. I have dated, and I have attempted to date. Just ended something a couple months. Yeah, it's gonna be maybe not 2 months, maybe like a month and change. And I'm excited about that because it gave me so much clarity about what I want and I don't want and how I show up and how exclusivity is gonna be a rare commodity where I am gonna be interviewing. There's gonna be a thing. It's definitely gonna be a thing. So even that, I'm gonna bring experts because what I'm finding is that there's not a lot of people talking to women like me, women that are making a certain kind of money, that have done a lot of personal development, that continue to develop and evolve. And how do they talk to women like that have been in their masculine for a very long time, like me, because I raised my daughter by myself? Her father was in the picture, but I was the main caretaker and the main parent. So how do you talk to a woman like that also has a business and had a career? And how do you talk to a woman like that so she can be in her feminine? And how do you talk to her about softening and opening up and trusting again and all those things? I don't hear that much of that. So I'm gonna bring experts about that. I went to menopause a while ago, over 10 years ago, because of surgery. Um, Menopause is real, and I know a lot of people um find it a taboo. I know doctors don't even want to talk about it. A friend of mine told me like her doctor didn't want to talk about it. And I know Halle Berry has been talking about it, and I'm glad that she has because hello, she's amazing. And she kind of made it normal. Many women go through it every year. So why are we more talking about it more? And then the side effects of that, some people get dry, down there. And we're going to be explicit. Don't worry. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about hormone therapy. We're going to talk about peptides. And I don't know why I didn't know about peptides before because they are a hack. I'm going to be being a functional medicine expert. So we'll talk about biohacking and working out. We'll have sessions here with local experts, sexologists. Listen, I had two amazing conversations at the event and one with my roommate, life changing. We talked about everything, and she got the okay to talk about it, about her relationship. And we're gonna talk about sex. We're gonna talk about the things that many women don't talk about. And especially, I am gonna have an expert for someone to so we can have this conversation in Spanish. So I'm Hispanic, as you might have already wondered, and there's a lot of taboos about women in marriage, in sex, in what to say, what not to say, to be loud, to not be loud, to what to ask for, what to say that I'm not ready. Can we slow this down? Can we have a little romance? Can you take me out on a date? Like I know we're marrying all, but hey, having these conversations and the single gals that are out there, what are they doing? We're going to have those conversations and we're going to talk explicitly. We're going to talk about toys. We're going to talk about um, testosterone replacement. We're going to talk about all of the things that I am talking about, that I'm learning, the books that I'm reading. I have a pile this high on top of the other big piles that I have everywhere of books. But because of 75 Hard, have I said that you should do it? I think I have. Do it, do it, do it, do it. Just freaking do it. It will change your life. So I've been wanting to switch from or supplement from listening to books, which I've been an Audible fan forever and ever and ever. And I wanted to switch back to reading actual books. Like this book I have right here, because it's the one that I'm starting now. It's called Letting Go by Dr. David R. Hawkins, The Pathway of Surrender. That's why I was so called to go to Sedona, because I read one of his other books, The Power of Success. And it's like an intro. It's a really good book. But because of 75 Hard, I'm now reading actual books. I brought books with me, even books from the library. I got David Hawkins. What is it called? I have it right here. Hold on one second. Oh, Never Finish. I got that. I read 60 pages like in one sitting. It was amazing. I also got Breaking Open the Head by David Pinkbeck. Amazing. I'm gonna be this book, these two coming up I got because of the event. Please Understand Me Too. And the Kybalion. I've been listening, hearing about this book forever, and I just hadn't done it. And I heard it like twice or three times in a week, and I'm like, okay, girl, you gotta read that. I also reading The Way of the Shaman. Um, it's complicated. Um, Go Giver Sell More. And I cannot read the something, it's too small. I cannot read. And I want to read The Alchemist again. The Alchemist I have read for many years, over and over and over again. And that's because of 75 Hard. I'm reading actual books again. I'm not gonna cancel Audible because when I'm driving, I like to listen to some stuff. I'm saying that because all these books bring me up. They talk about other books, so I get those books. I got today. I'm getting a book from Anthony Serino. He's a hypnotist, and I really like his style. So I'm getting that. I'm studying to finish getting my certification this month. That is the goal for this month only. It was to start the video podcast and to get certified hypnotist, which is amazing. So we're going to talk about all the things. We're going to take the cover. We are going to be real. I'm going to be real. I'm going to take your questions. I'm going to bring everyday people. Yes, I'm going to get some big names like we have done before in other podcast shows, but I also want to bring people that you can relate to, people that look like you and me, people that are probably in the trenches, they're getting started, they're in the middle. I want to talk about things. We're going to talk about business too, because I'm a businesswoman and I know that you are too if you're listening or you want to be. So we'll have these conversations and we will talk. We will talk for sure, for sure, for sure. So sorry, I got distracted by an invite here. So I'm excited for us. I'm excited for the things that I'm gonna bring. Please, in the comment section, if you're watching on YouTube, put it there. If you're watching on Spotify, there is a way for you to leave a question. You can leave a subject. You can leave a name of someone that you want us to invite. Maybe you are an expert. Maybe you're a sexologist. Maybe you are a testosterone replacement therapy expert. Maybe you're the peptide person. I have reached out to two peptide people. If that's you, let me know. We're looking for that. I'm looking for a sexologist that speaks Spanish fluently. I want to have that conversation in Spanish. We will add English subtitles. I'm telling you, this is gonna be the podcast you have been looking for. Okay, I am gonna still have my solo episodes here and there because there are some conversations that when I want to spill the tea on myself, when I want to rant about something, people better come correct, because something that I noticed on this trip and in life, because I spent the first half of my life being very passive, very quiet, very understanding, very nice girl, very goody goody, you know that syndrome, the goody goody two shoes girl. Not what I am anymore. And there were a couple things that happened during the trip that were not okay. For example, I where we were staying, I was almost at the name of the restaurant. I'm not gonna say it, but it was a fancy pants hotel, so everything was kind of crazy, expensive, which is fine. So I was having oatmeal because I'm not having all kinds of crazy food. It was $11. Very simple, plain oatmeal. I don't know about you, but that's kind of on the pricey side. But I was hungry. I needed to eat something. Let's do it. And it was supposed to come with like nuts and agave and fruit. Beautiful. Fantastic. Thank you. Not only did I wait more than half hour for my to go oatmeal, when we had to go, we waited forever. We had to go, almost miss, no miss, but yeah, I missed the beginning of the first speaker. When I opened the bag, no agave, no nuts, no fresh fruit. I sat there for a second, I had a couple bites, and I could have eaten it like that. I could have said, I don't want to go back down there. It's not a big deal. It's gonna be okay. And I'm like, no, in my mind, they already sold me that amazing sounding, delicious oatmeal. I need what they offer me. So you know what I did? I got up, took my bag, went all the way downstairs. And I'm never rude, but you can tell that I'm charged. I get I'm Hispanic girl, okay? It comes out. So I'm like, not only did I wait a long time, there's nothing here. And she apologized. She was so upset. She's like, they lost your order to begin with, and that's why it took so long. She went to the kitchen, and then another girl got involved, and they were very apologetic. And I'm like, no, it's okay. Thank you for fixing it. And then the girl comes back with the stuff, puts it in my bag. I'm like, can I have a bag? Put it in a bag. And then she's like, oh, can I offer you something else? And I'm like, well, can I have a croissant? Because right now I'm not doing 75 hard and I'm not adding crazy sugar, but once in a while I can have some carbs. So I got my croissant and I went upstairs and I had the croissant the following day. And all was well in the world. Something else happened with the rental car. I am talking to the rental car people because I didn't read the fine print. And even though I thought it was at the airport, it wasn't. And then I rented a really cute electric Mini Cooper to go to Sedona into half of the week. And then they told me that falsely that they were not chargers along the way or in Sedona. False information. Okay. So that meant that I had to get another car and then they charged me double that what I had already paid because I got a good deal. I love a good deal. Let me know if that's you. I don't know if that's a Hispanic in me. I don't know if it is just the hunter in me. I love a good deal. Like I get off when I find something that's like $300 and I get it for 25, sometimes even less. That happens on the regular because I'm a deal hunter. I like the deal. I love it. I freaking love it. So we'll be working on that. If they don't fix that, I'll be going to American Express, which fix everything, and I will be exposing them because while I was there, when I returned the car because I knew at that level I couldn't argue with them. I took a corporate. Somebody was giving them the business. Somebody was giving them because they're just shady people, shady, shady, shady practices. So next time I rent a car, I will double, triple, quadruple check to make sure that I get exactly what I want and nothing else, and that I get the car at the airport. At the airport. I'm not driving anywhere else. I don't want to get a shuttle at the airport. So that to say that your girl is putting up with nothing. Your girl is getting everything she wants and more. And when it comes to dating, I have a couple people that I'm gonna bring, and they keep it all the way 100. They are amazing. We'll have the conversations because nobody ever told me about some things that I was doing wrong, even though I'm 48 and a half. There were some things that I was not asking for. There were some strategies that made it so I would vet people a little longer, a little deeper, just just a little better. So if you have a favorite dating coach, let me know. Drop them in the comments, and we'll see if we can get them for the podcast show. So, my friend, I hope you are excited. This is like cat unplug. That's what it is. I'm gonna talk the way I talk. I'm gonna do my hands like I always do. I'm gonna get passionate and excited like I always do. Let's keep it all the way 100. And let's have these conversations that we're having separately, that we're having with our friends, hush hush, and not wanting to make waves. Girl, we're making waves, and sirs, we're making waves, and we are gonna take all the hacks. We're gonna take all the, what's the word I'm thinking for? There are so many little things that give you the edge. That's it. What gives you the edge? And that's the peptide thing. And that's the testosterone replacement for men when they hit a certain age and they want to perform at a certain level with certain type of people. The ones that know and they take care of it ahead of time. The ones that don't know don't do it because of there's a stigma in society, because I feel guilty. It's a normal thing. Women, when they get dry down there, get some stuff. There's some amazing natural stuff that won't mess you up. There are amazing toys out there that you can introduce to your relationship. Listen, this is the time to have real conversations and to step out and to, if people don't like it, they don't have to watch, they don't have to listen. But what I'm about to do, I'm going to be myself. I'm going to be real because the people that I follow that I like, they're real. They might not be perfect. Because guess what? I'm not, I'm pretty close because I'm Taurus, right? I'm a Taurus, but I'm not perfect. I have a temper. I like fancy things. I love to be fed. I love my food, which is why I take care of myself. That's why I do meals. And this is the time. And we're not waiting for 2025. It's going to be an amazing year, but it's an amazing year today. Today. Already, because I love my birthday. Already, I gifted me something for my birthday. I already put money down for my birthday because we're not messing around. I'm like, what can I give myself? I love personal development. Let me learn something that will be fun that I can incorporate in the things that I'm doing. Even my business is changing. I'm incorporating, I'm going into groups because what I realized was I was getting kind of tired. I was getting exhausted. Helping people one on one is amazing, but it takes a lot, at least from me, because I'm an empath. And I realized I really get energized by small groups working with people. And I am integrating somatics, hypnosis, and guess what? Sound baths. We are incorporating that too. So when keep an eye out for that. It's gonna be amazing. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. I've been doing a one-on-one and I was trying to figure out a way to do it in groups. It's happening. It's happening very, very, very soon. I will also be telling you about the my line of something that I've been doing, not with my name. I'm coming out with that too. It's been happening for 6 months, maybe more than that. Oh my God, almost a year now. So it's time to incorporate because that brand goes very perfect with what I'm doing here. And it's a little different than it's a version of me that many don't know, but the ones that know. So I'm like, you know what? You know what? Come out, cat. Come out of the closet. Share all the things that you're doing that you've been learning, all the things that are keeping you youthful, very healthy, happier, connected, grounded, non-religious but very connected with God, spiritual as all get out, kinder, no nonsense. Like no, if I was not nonsense before, listen, listen, the no nonsense has gone through the roof. So there you have it. This is the first ever video episode of the Healed and Cash Flowing podcast. If you would like to be on the apply to be on the podcast, I'm also gonna ask my assistant to drop the application, and then we'll see if you're a fit, if your topic is a fit, and let's have it. Let's have a real conversation. Now we're not gonna mess around. I almost said the P word. We're not gonna mess around here. We're gonna have real conversations. We're gonna put our hats off. We are gonna take our shoes off. We're gonna work out sometimes, and we are gonna have real conversations because in 2025 and now we're gonna be more authentic than ever and help the most people we can while looking amazing, feeling amazing, and living amazing. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.